FinCon 2022, the place where all the money nerds unite. We gather for a couple days and we talk all things finance, money, wealth building, and everything else in between. So I'm going to share with you today our experiences with FinCon this past week. I'm going to share with you first impressions. I'm going to share with you some of the people that I met, some pros and cons, and I'm going to give you the perspective of my 16-year-old who accompanied me to this conference. So if you want to know all the deets and more, stay tuned.
Hey everyone, my name is Shalise, also known as Mommy Trader here on YouTube.
So, hey investie besties, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Shalise. I'm a mama, a wife, and I am all about making sure that our money can outlive us through generational wealth. So we talk investing, net worth, wealth building, debt payoff. We talk about cryptocurrency, everything from a beginner's perspective. So if you want to know more, subscribe, like, and share. And to all of my other returning investie besties, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate you and you being here with me today. So you guys see my shirt? I got my shirt from FinCon. Look at that, FinCon 2022. So first, I'm going to really put some timestamps in this video because I want to make sure that I separate it out so that you guys can get like a full round perspective of what our experience was like. So the first thing I'm going to do is share some impressions from my daughter and myself, and I'm going to share with you a clip that we had filmed when we just arrived to FinCon a couple days ago. Okay, so I'm going to insert the clip now, and I'll see y'all back here.
Hey investie besties, welcome back to the channel. Can you guess where we are? Can you guess? We are here at the famous FinCon, and we just got here, but let me just tell you, despite the traffic, it's crazy traffic in Orlando, and despite the weather, we are just, the few minutes we've been here, it's been a blast. So my daughter is here, Izzy. She's a teenager, so I thought it would be great to get her perspective as a young person. And so what we're going to do is just give our first impressions and then share two things we're looking forward to during the next couple of days. So my first impressions is that, first off, the Marriott Hotel, this hotel is huge. Like, there are so many parts to this particular resort, but it's beautiful, it's big, there's a lot of people here. People are friendly, which is a plus when you're new to an event like this. And so my first impression is like, wow, I'm looking around at everything. Like, even right now, like, I can't wait to go explore once we're done shooting this clip, but I really am excited about it. So Izzy, what about you? Tell me like your first impression of being here.
It's honestly like kind of overwhelming for me because I thought, oh, it's going to be a cute little get together. But this is a lot more people than I thought would be interested in this stuff.
Yes.
And like, yeah, kind of what you said about how everyone's really friendly and kind.
Yes.
Like, we got lost on our way here, but people like helped us get here.
Yes, guys, we were lost on our way here, but they helped us to get here. And you know, that's a good thing when you're new to something like this, is having people that will help and guide you to, you know, take you by the hand and show you. And I really love that it's not, you know, like this overwhelming stigma, you know how it is with finance and money, but that people are welcoming, they'll show you, they'll guide you, they'll direct you. And I love that. So kudos to FinCon for having people that, you know, are like that. Now let's give two of our, you know, what we're looking forward to for the next couple of days. So I'm looking forward to the mastermind. I really am excited about all the different speakers and different sessions going on, and I cannot wait to like absorb as much as I can. And I think the second thing is just networking, getting to know so many people. There are so many people that I follow on the social media platforms that are here, so I'm trying not to fangirl, but you know, because it's my birthday, it's just everybody's been so nice, and I'm just loving to being able to connect with people all week. So that is, you know, the two things I'm looking forward to. What about you, Iz?
I think I'm looking forward to just being able to like be around people who like understand and are into what you're into.
Yes,
so you can geek out together.
Yes.
And then I guess for a second thing, honestly, just like whatever comes that I don't know is coming. Because I love a good surprise.
Yes.
And with here, it's like I'm already overwhelmed and surprised.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see what comes.
Yes, I am too, and I'm really excited to see it from her perspective as a teenager in this finance niche. So I really am excited. But that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. I am going to do a vlog, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're going to go and explore and have fun. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little bell notification. Follow me on all my social medias. They're down below. And I can't wait to see you in the next one, okay? We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So those were our first impressions. Could you guys see like the excitement and the giddiness that was going on in our minds? It was like a twinkle in our eyes when we filmed that clip, but it was so much going on. It was very overwhelming, but in a good way. It was like so much you could do. It's almost like if you went to Disney for the first time. You're really excited, but it's a little overwhelming because you want to do everything at once. And that's one tip. You will not be able to do everything at once. This is why I suggest if you can go to more than one FinCon, you should. Those were some of our first impressions, and I really wanted to really film that from my daughter's perspective, because sometimes you don't think children or even teenagers, they can understand. They don't know what's going on, but they really do pay attention. I just wanted to really touch on really quickly the love and the support that everybody that she met gave her. There were people that actually pulled her aside and talked to her individually, telling her, you know, make sure you save your money, save a little bit of your money, be a good budgeter, make sure you take care of your parents when you get older, make sure you remember to give it back, remember to invest if you can when you get your first job, make sure you open up a Roth IRA. I mean, this is gems that people there were pouring into her. Strangers were pouring into her, really encouraging her to move in the right direction. And I felt like it really was a tribe that was, you know, helping me to move my daughter in the right direction. So I love that. So if you have children and you think, oh, you know, FinCon may not be for children, I saw little children, I saw babies, I saw other teenagers there. Okay, so it is for children. You can have your children attend some of the sessions. My daughter attends maybe 4 sessions, and then the other time I let her stay and hang out at the hotel because, you know, she's a teenager. But I really love the fact that she wanted to learn more. She wanted to be engaged. And again, you don't think teenagers would be interested, but they are interested. We just have to help them, you know, be able to verbalize that and then make it possible for them to learn more. So those were our first impressions. Let's talk a little bit about how I came to know about FinCon. So my brother from another mother, Mark, is here, Debt Free Dad, which you know him on YouTube, and I think TikTok and Instagram. Make sure you guys go follow him. I'll have his YouTube page tagged below. But I had learned about FinCon from him, and he went last year, and I didn't go because, you know, we were still in the pandemic and my children had things going on, so I stayed home. But I was like, I really would like to go next year. And so he had made or sent me a message saying that FinCon was now accepting people who wanted to have scholarships. So I said, okay, I would love to apply for a scholarship to go because I was a content creator. I never had been before. And, you know, let's just see how this goes. So I went through the process of applying for the scholarship and I was accepted. And so I went a step further. My daughter mentioned that she was interested. So I reached out to FinCon and said, you know, my daughter was interested in going. And they said, bring her, we'll pay for her, bring her. And so my daughter and I was hosted at the conference for free. So I really do appreciate FinCon. Shout out to them for really trying to make it possible for so many people to be able to come and join and be able to talk all things finance. Okay, so when I went to FinCon, I did some research. Like I was reading a lot of people's experience. I was watching a lot of like videos from the past FinCons just so that I could understand. FinCon had a really awesome like app that you can use to engage with other people. They have a Facebook group, so it was really nice to like get some experience before I actually went, and it helped me to become a little more comfortable once I got to FinCon. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about cost. So okay, we were able to go to the conference for free, but of course that's not the only thing we had to worry about. So we had to get there. Okay, so for me to fly down from where I live, which is in Pennsylvania, all the way to Florida, it usually, and we've been to Disney and Universal many times, so in the past it was a little more than $150 per person round trip. Well, if you have been traveling recently, it costs a lot more to fly to Florida specifically. Now, it costs a lot more to fly generally, but to Florida or Orlando, it was like double the price. So what we decided to do was fly into Tampa. We flew into Tampa a couple of times before, my family and I, to go to Clearwater Beach or to like, you know, again, drive up to Orlando. It took about an hour for me to drive up from Tampa to Orlando, and it was like 50% less. So that's a little tip. If you are going to Orlando, fly into Tampa, rent a car, drive down. I was going to rent a car anyway, going into Orlando, because Uber and Lyft mark up the prices because it's a tourist spot in Orlando. So I figured, why not rent a car? So for our round trip tickets to go to from where I live down to Tampa for 2 people round trip, it was $462. And I rented a car for 3 days, and I got an SUV. I got a Toyota Highlander. It was really, really awesome, by the way. And that was $187. And there are no tolls going from Tampa all the way down to Orlando. We also stayed at the Marriott World Orlando Center. It was a really, really nice hotel. Now, we were in the East Tower. We got to upgrade a room because my husband is a platinum member, I think. Remember, he travels for work, so we were able to book our reservation under his account. So we were upgraded. We had a really, really beautiful view. We could see Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Literally, Disney Springs is like across the road. It's like 5 minutes away. This is another tip. So let's talk a little bit about food. So the conference did not include actual food. There was like coffee and tea and water, but actual food, it did not cover. Now, you know, if you've been to hotels before, the food is outrageously expensive. So we literally hopped in the car and scooted our butts over to Disney Springs, and we were able to get wonderful, wonderful meals. And just even like around the hotel, you can go to like the Bahama Breeze, you could go to Dunkin' Donuts, you can go to McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, and just get, you know, a quick meal there, and it's not as expensive as it would be getting food from the hotel. That is how much everything costs. And keep in mind that if you go under your business, so I went as MT, Mommy Trader, I'm able to save all my receipts and claim that on my taxes when we file taxes next year. See. Next, we're going to be talking about some of the sessions and the people that I was able to meet. Now, I'm not going to be able to list them all because I'll be here for over an hour, but I can tell you guys, I attended so many mastermind groups and breakout sessions. There were even just little like cluster groups and meetups that you could attend, even if you could like literally just walk up. One of the things I love that FinCon did was that they really provided a space where if you were an introvert, if you were new, where you could easily join in. So they had like little meetups where each table in the main conference center had a city. So if you were from that city, or maybe you knew somebody in that city, maybe you used to live there when you grew up, you could actually join the table and you already had something in common. So that was already an icebreaker right there. So I joined the table for Philadelphia. I don't live in Philadelphia, but I know of Philadelphia because I grew up there. So I know about Philadelphia. So I was able to join, and we were able just to start off the conversation that way before we transition into like a whole bunch of money topics. But I loved meeting Anthony O'Neill. I don't know if you know who he is. You should know who he is, but he was on the Dave Ramsey show. He now has his own Instagram, which is really, really big. He is on YouTube as well. Very, very, very nice guy. Easy to talk to. Same with Delaney, the money coach. Same with Erica. Same with Larry. Let me tell y'all about my stock pastor. Okay, so I told him this. Why do I call him my stock pastor? If you ever heard Larry talk, whether it's on his channel or whether if you heard Uncle Larry talk in like real person, he is the same way. He is so encouraging and motivating and super, super supportive. Like literally, I've seen people stand in front of him and he would say, pull up your YouTube channel. They will pull up their YouTube channel and he would literally in like a minute or two give them 3 things that they can do to improve on it. Free game. And he was so happy to do it, to be able to help other people. I met Stock Mo as well. Stock Mo is so nice. You can tell that he was a teacher because the way he was really encouraging my daughter, talking to her, getting down on her level, encouraging her that you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it because you are, well, she's now 16 years old. She was 15 a couple days ago. You know, that you're a teenager, that you can't understand. And I really, really love that about him. And then Keenan Grace. Okay, you guys know the bro has energy out of this world, but he was super nice, super down to earth, really would encourage you, you know, maybe focus on this, maybe focus on that. Again, free game. Nobody said anything about money or anything like that. They really genuinely wanted to help you. And Josh too, he was awesome. And I think you guys would love all of their channels. Have them down below. Tell them that Shalise, Mommy Trader, sent you, but it was a pleasure meeting all of them as well. Super great guys, and I appreciate how kind they were to my daughter. Also, there were so many brands there. So Ally, you had Moo, you had Survey Junkie, so many representatives from different brands where you can really link up and form connections and get partnerships going. And that a lot of those companies would really benefit, not just you personally, but your audience as well. Something that Keenan Grace said from his talk that I really, really have held on to. And he said, when you are a content creator, you want to make sure that you are providing value to your supporters as well as your followers. And I never really thought of the difference, but he's a really, really good like explainer, really will break things down so that you can understand them easily. And he said, your followers are people who will come and just watch the video. Your supporters are those who will really attach themselves to everything you do. You move as a group. And I really, really think that on this channel, we are supporters of each other. We are a family of each other. We move as a unit. We may be in different spots, but we move as a unit. We are a tribe and we are a community. And I really want to build upon that concept. I met like 50 millionaires in this place, okay? And that was the funny thing about it. You come here, you meet all these people who, a lot of them did not come from money. A lot of them were women of color. A lot of them were older and just had started to learn about it later in life. There were people from all backgrounds, shades, colors, ages there. You would never knew we were at a conference where there were 100 millionaires sitting in a room. You would never know it because everybody was so down to earth, so nice and approachable. And I love that. We'll take pictures with you. We'll sign things. We'll go over your brand concepts with you right there on the spot. And I do appreciate that each one, teach one, reach one mentality that FinCon had crafted and created. So before I went to FinCon, there was 3 objectives that I really wanted to focus on once the conference was over and I was able to come back home. One of those things was how to really successfully build my brand up where it's still providing value, but I am doing what I really want to do on a regular basis, okay? The second thing I really wanted to focus on was how to network with affiliates and with companies. I wanted to know the right verbiage. I wanted to know how to draft emails. I wanted to know how to make connections with brands and sponsorships. So the third thing I really wanted to walk away with was this renewed or closer relationship with my daughter when it came to money. A lot of you know, I had the same experience, growing up in the family. We did not talk about money at all, at all. Money, religion, politics, and sex. We didn't talk about it. But those things impact us on a regular basis. And I really wanted to make sure that I strengthened that connection with my own daughter. So if she is in her 20s and she wants to talk with her mama about how to invest in this, or mom, I was able to find a 3% interest rate on my mortgage, or mom, guess what? This is the conversations that I want us to be able to have in addition to, mom, guess what I did today? Or mom, I met this guy. Or I want to inspire dialogue between my daughter and I. I want a strong relationship. And not even just for her. I spoke with someone there about my son who has special needs. My husband and I is doing all this so that when we're gone, he can have the services and the care that he needs so that he isn't, special needs people, older, sometimes they are mistreated, sometimes they, get put on the back burner, and we want to put everything in place now so that his money can be put in a trust and can be managed by a law firm. Yes, it'll be extra fees, but again, it'll be there when he needs it. But yes, you should absolutely go if you can. There were sessions on estate planning and taxes and investing, generational wealth. I mean, there were so many. I could not attend them all because it was just, I had to pick. Okay, I can only go to 4 at this day, and I can only go to 5 this day, because you just want to go to everything, but you physically cannot. And this is another reason why you should go, is because maybe there were some things you missed at a previous FinCon conference that maybe you can do, this coming FinCon conference. So I'm looking forward to being able to have that experience again come next year, Lord willing, if everything works out fine. But I definitely suggest you should go. FinCon is for everybody. If you are just starting out, if you are later in life, if you feel like you don't know where to start, if you feel like you just want to do better overall with your finances, this is the place to go. Not once did I feel like, okay, I shouldn't bring this conversation up. I shouldn't talk about this topic. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. It was literally like an open book for every conversation around money that you could possibly think of at this conference. And I absolutely loved it. There were times I was just sitting with people. We would talk for like an hour about one topic. It's like, I wish I could do this all the time, but I know that I can't. But I think that you would enjoy FinCon. Shout out to the FinCon organizers. You guys did a great job with putting together an awesome conference. So that is my perspective on FinCon. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. Are you interested in attending FinCon next year? I'd love to chit chat with you guys about that down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the little bell notification so y'all don't miss every time I post a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Okay.
We're done. We just gotta.
This chair makes me feel so short. And I felt so tall on the stinking train. Granted, I was holding on for dear life. Hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
You remember that one video we did and I just came out of nowhere like,
Hit that like button. Yes. He said, hit the like button.
you were just minding your beeswax.
These are
Hit the like
bloopers,
button.
by the way, because it's still recording, because our
Oh.
tech man is helping someone else. So these are bloopers, okay?
Wait, it's still
Bloopers.
recording?
Yes, it's still recording. I could probably edit this out, but I may leave it in because, everybody loves a good blooper, okay?
Hit that
Sitting with
like
my
button.
phone, taking clips. Follow me on Instagram so y'all can see my stories. Yes.
Hit that like button. I'm
It's
so
my
close to it.
birthday.
You have to. It's her birthday. She says so.
We're finished. Thank you.